if the Lions beat the Rams, do they return to being Super Bowl contenders?
No, you guys stink.
Matt, next question.
I never really stopped thinking about the Lions as Super Bowl contenders.
Same.
But the path, I'm a big believer in the outside thing. The Lions are a different team outside. If the Lions have to go to Green Bay, the Lions have to go to Philly, the Lions have to go to Seattle, I wouldn't pick you guys in any of those games. If any of those teams came to Ford Field, I'd pick the Lions.
I want to ask something. Why do the Lions get to be Super Bowl contenders with an ass defense? What makes you guys think that that's just going to magically fix itself? I'm being honest. I'm not being a hater. Their defense is not good enough to win a Super Bowl.
So
he's probably right.
So getting healthy is a big part of it.
You're not going to get healthy. You just lost one of your best defenders.
We lost Brian Branch, yes.
Okay.
But if
that's brutal.
Aiden Hutchinson runs 20 yards to get a pressure, and he forgets how to sack people. Al-Qadim Muhammad has more sacks than Aiden Hutchinson.
Which is great.
Your linebackers can't guard Jameis Winston. What's going to fix itself?
Wow, one linebacker couldn't guard Jameis Winston, and he probably still feels really bad about that. And
then your corners, whether starting or not, whether they're healthy.
Yeah, but the thing is, Moran, we have the highest scoring offense in the league. That's what makes us Super Bowl contenders.
Let me
if we're being honest about it, we can go toe to toe with anybody.
Ryan.
And our offense doesn't stop.
Ryan, coming from a team that had a top 5 offense the entire run with A-Rod, it doesn't matter if your offense is unstoppable, because it's way more likely for your offense to have a bad game than a good defense to have a bad game.
But it doesn't mean that your defense can't show up in other ways. Look at Dallas. Dallas came in off of wins against Kansas City, the Eagles, and they were looking hot.
And those wins don't look good anymore.
And that's fine. But they were a hot team either way, with a really good offense and great wide receivers against a secondary that was hobbled and injured, just like you said. And what happened? We got turnovers, we got sacks, we controlled the game, our offense couldn't be stopped, and we dominated. This is literally the Lions team we saw all of last year, just a slightly lesser version of it.
And what happened last year?
And we lost again. We ran into a bad team at the wrong time. We were decimated, though. That's different. We're not as injured this year as we were last year.
I would disagree. I think there's better players injured this year than last year.
I mean, it's just more evened out on offense now with Laporta and stuff. But if our offense keeps humming, it's fine. It really is. Gibbs is also better than he was last year, so that kind of makes up for losing Laporta, doesn't it? J-Mo's better than he was. Well, I'm not going to say he's better, but he's really getting into a groove at least.
Goff is lesser this year. Your offensive line is lesser.
Correct.
The offensive line is worse. I think that's the biggest.
So here, and Moran does this all the time, right? Where we point out flaws, but then he says, "Oh, but look at these numbers."
No, hold on.
It's week 14, and look, I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, I feel great about every direction my team is going in right now." But it's very impressive that we made a bad hire at OC. We have a shit O-line compared to last year, and yet we're still highest scoring team in the league. With a hard schedule, by the way.
That's because the teams that were not good, you guys ran up the score. And then if you go look at the good teams you played, your offense was ass.
Moran, what happened when you guys played the teams that weren't good? Did you run up the score?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What
happened when you played weak teams? Were you scoring 40 on them?
Yeah. No, we don't do that.
Okay.
We're just...
Because you can't. It's not because you don't want to.
No, I mean, we could.
It's not a choice.
You guys couldn't stop us, so we're in first place too. So we obviously could do what we want.
I mean, you guys scored 27 on the Cardinals, 27 on the Bengals, 13 on the Browns. I mean... What are we talking about? That's your offense. Your offense is really good at getting 24 points. Our offense gets 30 or 31. It's just the way it is.
But somehow our offense is doing lesser and we have more wins. So I'm confused.
But you have less points, and that's my point. Our offense is better, and that's kind of what's carrying us through this point, and that's what makes us contenders, whether you like it or not.